Okay, assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
We back at the barbershop, 13th of McKean once again.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Keep it going.
That's right. So it's 2019, January 2019, and you were talking about the significance of 2019 and the number 19.
Yes, sir.
We were just actually talking about it, so talk about it a little bit more. What's the significance of the number 19 with what's happening today?
Yeah, and I really want us to get back into the conversation that we had, too. We can jump right on that.
Mm-hmm.
The significance of 2019, you know the 19 is it's the secret childbirth, or the secret birth. 19 really represents Jesus, of course. And in the Holy Quran, Surah 19 is entitled Maryam, Jesus' mother. We know that she gave birth to Jesus in secret. So the Holy Quran and the number sequences always coincide with one another. You know what I mean? So 2019 is really pointing to the day of truth. You know? What I mean by that is they've been lying to us since we've been here. I think we said that in a previous taping or interview. But in 2019, they're not going to be able to lie anymore, because we've been here 400 years. According to what they say, we got here 1619. And one thing about me, I don't like to repeat myself.
Right.
But I remember us talking about how the local library will give you 1619. And yeah, I remember you actually remember that's how we were taught in school.
Yeah.
But we know from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that we got here in 1555. So they're missing 64 years. And all of that truth is going to come out. All of that truth is going to be revealed. And it's going to be very, very hard for them to hide our history. So in 2019, this is going to be the year where all this truth comes out.
Okay. Well, what did you want to talk about?
Well, you know, we were doing a recap on 2018.
Right.
Now, that takes us right back to Master Fard Muhammad actually teaching us in 1930. So 88 years from 1930 is the overwhelming events.
Okay.
One thing about last year that I paid attention to, I was talking with my son, Brother Sharif, and the first day of the year, which would be the overwhelming events of the Holy Quran, Surah 88, it says in the first verse, talks about, have you received the news of the overwhelming events? Last year was literally an overwhelming year. The news showed you something big every day. I mean, we didn't miss one day of overwhelming news. I have customers, white and black, that said, "Z, you basically called that one." And one thing I don't allow people to do is to say that I'm calling anything, or I'm predicting anything, or I'm figuring anything out, because I tell people over and over again that all it is coming from God's messenger, now exalted Christ, and his reminder that's left here not just for Brother Zebulon. The Honorable Minister of Farrakhan is here for Jamal, for you, for me, for the black community, and even Europeans who will submit to the truth. So I don't want to act like I got my personal little Farrakhan power source. You know what I mean? He's not here for just me. He's here for the whole world. So I've learned how to see things through the Honorable Minister of Farrakhan, praise be to Allah. So I'm reading the Holy Quran and looking at it, and I see the number sequence. 88 years from 1930 was 2018.
Okay.
And the overwhelming events was last year, the first day of 2018, January 1st, the word overwhelming was used on the news. because it was so cold, January 1st, 2018, that the news reporter said this: we may not have the Mummers Parade. This may be the first year that we have to postpone the Mummers Parade due to overwhelming events. No, I'm sorry, overwhelming weather conditions.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard that word, I said, oh, Allah, Ya Allah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear this? That, you know, they're bearing witness to the truth that's in the book and don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like right after they said that, no matter how bad things got, they said it was very horrible, it was senseless, everything that would go down, they would never use the word overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm angry that I can't remember what government official used that same word the last day of the year when they were doing a quick recap on 2018.
Mm-hmm.
They said we had one natural catastrophe after another, one negative event after another. This was one overwhelming year, he said. And I looked at my son and he looked back at me, we smiled at each other, but we closed out the year with the same word that we opened up the year with.
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming events.
And that's interesting you say that, because the minister's always saying to watch the weather as well.
Right.
So I'm thinking of a quote now that I want to tie it in this way. So Minister Ishmael, I saw something that he posted that, or like an old lecture, where he said, you know, if when you take on the life of a Muslim, of course we deal with stresses and trials and everything, but the life of a Muslim should not be a stressful life, because you're submitting yourself to do. And this is me kind of just going off on my perspective on it, but you're submitting yourself to do the will of God. So, and you know, in every trial you have to face, just the knowledge that God is with you. You know, you're not putting yourself in a position, I guess, undue stress. That's what I think of Brother Akbar. He talks about that sometimes, undue stress. So like as a Muslim, you won't be dealing with the undue stress. But so we talked about 2018, the overwhelming events. So how does that play out for the Muslim? Because the overwhelming events can affect everyone. So how does it affect the person who's striving to do the right thing, but at the same time, how does the overwhelming events also affect the people who have everything and control everything?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first you said, how does it play out with the Muslims?
Right.
You know, it's not like we're not going to go through any hardship either.
Exactly.
And the Holy Quran actually says it like this. You know, we believe that there is no God but Allah. But yet Allah is constantly using the soft pronoun we or us.
Okay.
So when Allah says that we allow these things so that we can see the truthful ones from the liars, or we can see who are the liars.
Okay.
And I wanted to know who was the we. I used to look at the we like maybe Allah is talking about himself and the angels. Of course, the Christians would say it's talking about Trinity or Allah and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. But sometimes when you read Scripture, most of the time when you read Scripture, that's why I love the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When we say we don't believe in a mystery God, a lot of times you might just have to read it for what it is and stop making it be more spooky than what it is. So when Allah says that I allow you to go through hardship so we can determine or see the difference between the truthful ones and the liars, he's talking about you. Because a lot of times we think we're believers in the nation, in the church, in the masjid. We think we're, believers. So Allah sometimes has to let us know what we're working with.
Okay.
So he'll allow us to go through something that's not, a good experience. And then once he allows you to, it's almost like seeing somebody talk about you when you're not around. Seeing somebody talk about you when you let them down a little bit. Then you get a chance to see how this person really feels about you. But since Allah is not us and he already knows the heart and we don't, Allah can then allow you to see that no matter how much you say you love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, you might not be such a believer. You might not be as much as a believer as you may think you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not that you don't believe, but you might not be all up gung-ho like that. So, and then again, you might be. You know what I mean? But one way or the other, hardship brings that out and makes it plain and makes it clear to us what kind of believer we really are. So we don't be disillusioned ourselves.
Right. Okay. And then what would you say regarding, for the people that have everything, the people that are controlling America, controlling the world, so how does the overwhelming events affect them?
Oh, well, it gives them a preview of what is coming. See, the overwhelming events is like an alarm to let you know time is up.
Yeah.
Because as long as the leaders of the world and the dominant society, the people who run the world, as long as they've been in this country that they stole, they've basically been living a life of rally. My grandfather would say, living a life of rally, whoever he is.
Right.
But they had the Midas touch, and they also used the term the manifest destiny. You remember that? They felt like their destiny was to rule or take over America from the Atlantic all the way to the Pacific. Of course, the Gulf of Mexico being in between. And from the time that Christopher Columbus discovered America for the Europeans in 1492, him and Cortez, they pretty much had the Midas touch. Everything worked for them. Even though they were doing a bunch of wicked things like killing whole races of people, killing the Mayans, killing the Aztecs, killing the Arawak. With all of the stuff they were doing, they still were able to live a heavenly life right here on earth. At our expense.
Right.
At the expense of the black man, at the expense of the Native Americans, at the expense of the Mexican or the Caribbean people, Jamaicans and other brothers down there. So, but yet they were still blessed. They ended up making a paradise island in Bahamas. You go to Bahamas, I'm sure it ain't gonna look like paradise to the Bahamian. Right. But for them, it was a paradise island. You know, just like they used Puerto Rico, like the Puerto Ricans, and they took, you know, they took over a lot of land down there until Allah took it back. Overwhelming events. Right. But at first, they used to love to go down there and exploit the Puerto Ricans. Like they exploit everybody in these islands, and the reason I say exploit is because how much money do you give back to the Jamaican? Why do you go to Jamaica and see people living in huts when these people are making billions and billions of dollars in Jamaica, the grill, and Ultra Rios? Tourism, big business. You know what I mean? Montego Bay. But yet the native struggle, barely, you know, have a home. So, I mean, all of this stuff was going on right up into a point. It seemed like 2018, with the natural catastrophes, made it come to a screeching halt. So that's how it affected the dominant society. It was an alarm to let us know that their day is done. Right. And inshallah, when I do my keynote address that Minister Rodney, you know, was talking about allowing me to do, I already have the title given to me by Allah. That's the title. The devil's day is done. Okay. And because there's no secret anymore. And then that, so would you say that that transitions to the scripture where it talks about the Son of Man coming with the, to set up with the new government on his shoulders? Talking about Isaiah chapter 9. Isaiah chapter 9, okay. Isaiah 9. When it says, for unto us a child is born. Right. For unto us a son is given. And a government will be on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Prince of Peace, the everlasting Father.
Mm-hmm.
See, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that 75% of the Bible is talking about us.
Mm-hmm.
25% of it actually happened. And even to go a little further, the 25% that actually happened is prophetic events that actually took place. Like, it was a flood. It was a fire in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened, but it's still talking about us because Jesus said, as it was in the days of Noah, Matthew 24, so shall it be on the coming of the Son of Man.
Mm-hmm.
And he says also, as it was in the days of Lot. Lot was the prophet during Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
So shall it be on the coming of the Son of Man. And we are the only religion, so-called religion, because it's a way of life, the Nation of Islam.
Right.
We are a nation. But we're the only people or community of God that recognizes the coming of God.
Right.
That he's present.
Right.
Not only did he arrive, our Savior has arrived. That's the book right here.
Absolutely.
Not only did our Savior arrive, we in the Nation of Islam say, but also he stayed.
Right.
He put his spirit inside his Christ figure. And then the Christ figure put his spirit inside the reminders. The reminders body, which is the minister.
Right. So the coming of Master Farad Muhammad to from Arabia to the United States, and then teaching the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad for 3 years, three years and a quarter, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 4 months, right? Okay.
Yes, sir. So, with all that being said, brother, the devil's day is done, and all we have to do is acknowledge the blessings and the gifts that Allah has given us. You know what I mean? So we can get a benefit from all of what we're talking about. It ain't supposed to be just you and me. We started off talking about how the minister, of course, is not just for me. So I can see these things and I can feel alive, but he's for all of us.
Right.
And I believe this year, we're going to really be able to demonstrate the power that was behind his 63 years, going on 64 years of hard work.
Praise be to Allah.
Yes, sir.
You know, I once heard him say, and I believe, in talking about the children of Israel, but right now I'm thinking about the Prophet Muhammad as well. How and I also wanted to go back to the way of life as well, real fast. So maybe we could tie it all in.
Yes, sir.
So how with the work of the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, like it started off just amongst the Arabs, you know, when he had to leave Mecca and he was forced to go to Medina, he was able to iron out a lot of like beefs between tribes, and then he kind of was able to unite their hearts, and he went back into Mecca, and then there came a point where he pretty much, the continent of Arabia, you know, the people accepted Islam and they were able to kind of put their tribalism aside, their differences aside. And then it spread out to become globally, people begin to accept Islam. So would you say that that's the same work or the same motivation that we have under the guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? And then I also want to tie it in with, we said that Islam is a way of life. So I feel like sometimes people don't understand what that means, or may be over their head a little bit. So could you just tie that in with the answer as well?
Yes, sir. I'm going to start off,
right. Okay.
with the end first.
Got it.
When we say way of life, the Nation of Islam, under the guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan today, has taught us what the real religion really is.
Right.
I had a homosexual customer.
Okay.
Come in first thing this morning, and he comes in and he announced that, he let us know, and I felt like that was a good opportunity to clean up some of the mess that the devil is trying to throw on our nation.
Okay.
And make us think, or make the world, you know, our people think that we have a problem, you know, or we're enemies of the LGBTQ, right? Now, the minister on many occasions constantly said that he loves us,
Right.
no matter what our sin is, because none is righteous, no, not one.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not a judgmental nation.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was sharing that with the brother, he was shocked. He really thought that we were so militant that we had a problem with him.
Mm-hmm.
We have a problem with sin.
Mm-hmm.
We have a problem with the transgression of sin. You know what I mean? If you break the law, that's what we have a problem with. But judging not or be judged.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the religion that we stand firmly on, and this is how I'm tying this up.
Okay.
The religion that we're standing firmly on is this. When I told him that we weren't a religion, we're a way of life.
Right. Right.
How do you live your day-to-day life?
Mm-hmm.
We don't live like an Orthodox Muslim because they would jump all over that man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A judgmental Orthodox Muslim. I'm not talking about every Orthodox Muslim.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
But a judgmental religious zealot will jump all over him as if they don't have any sin themselves.
Right.
Same with the Christian and everything else. And even if somebody does that in our nation of Islam, we don't condone that.
Right.
But when we say a way of life, what we're saying is Jesus, the minister said, gave us the best religion.
Mm-hmm.
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad asked the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, what is the best religion, brother?
Mm-hmm.
And the minister said he felt like it was a trick question because, of course, he was going to say Islam.
Right.
And the messenger, now exalted Christ, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, never said, no, you're incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
He just said the best religion, brother, is do unto others as you would have others do unto you.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can just manifest that in our day-to-day life,
Right.
that would be the religion that makes the whole world right.
Mm-hmm.
I might not agree with that brother who, like I said, was homosexual, but I don't agree with anybody 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to agree with him 100%. But I'm going to give him the same respect that I would want him to give me. And he had a great time, got a great cut, got a great message, and went out. You don't know what his future is.
Praise be to
But
Allah.
all I'm saying is if we can, yes sir, all praise be to Allah. If we can do that with each other, I think we would have a better world. Now when it comes down to your personal relationship with God, that's personal. The way you pray, the way you get strength, and the way you ask for Allah to bless you, you do that the way you want to do that. That got nothing to do with us. If you want to put your hands together and pray, if you want to open your hands in prayer, if you want to prostrate, that's you. And we need to stay out of that, but just do unto others as you would have others do unto you. We'd be a better world.
Right.
That's the way of life.
Yes, sir. I love that. Praise be to Allah. Yeah, very clear.
I know you gotta have something else.
Yeah. Well, the global reach of Islam.
And excuse me for 1 second. I want to make sure we don't go over 30 minutes.
Okay. No, we're good on time.
Okay.
Just the global reach of Islam. So how, like I said before,
That's
things.
the part.
Yeah. So things.
Talking about the prophet. I hate
Yeah.
to say this because the nation of Islam here with us, like I said before, these scriptures are all talking about us.
Right.
The Holy Quran is talking about us. We are the grand finale of scripture. We are the grand finale of the prophets. They prophesied about 2019 and you and me and us. So this is, we at the end of all of this. So we are the fulfillment of everything that the prophets prophesied about. So now the new Muhammad is the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. The new Islam is the nation of Islam. Jesus said, behold, I make all things new. And the new bridge where the prophet, Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was able to make them get rid of their petty differences. And we can end on this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the nation of Islam is the new bridge. Because inside our faith and our teachings, we're the only religious, so-called religious group that can go to any spiritual house and feel right at home.
Wow.
All praise to Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Farrakhan.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow. And we see the minister, he's always in the church talking
Yes,
to, yeah.
And if you line your mind up way it is, you'll be able to go to church.
Right, right. Well, yeah, we've been in the church study group and everything. Right. Yeah, praise be to Allah.
One of the other, interviews. One of the first ones.
Right.
So we're always promoting Christian-Muslim relations.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Anything you want to close out with, my brother?
Brother, I was so stuck on that one. But I will close out. We can close out with the conversation that we had before you grabbed the phone. We missed some of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
A lot. It's a blessing to do for self.
Okay.
It's a blessing to have your own. It's a blessing to never have to cut off Allah. I don't have to cut off Allah and put my earplugs on like you were saying when you were in the hospital.
Right. Right.
Well, I'm playing them all week long. I get a chance to play the Honorable Minister of Farrakhan all week long. So we can close out on that note that what we were talking about with the young people that came in. It was a Caucasian woman who adopted 2 young boys from Africa. And she really didn't know what to do with their hair. That's what we were talking about before.
Right.
And the little young man wanted a hairstyle that she felt like he couldn't get because she didn't know how to deal with his hair being tight as it was.
Yeah.
Strong as it was. So she told me, do whatever you can do with his hair. But he thinks that he can get this particular hairstyle, and I keep telling him because of the kind of hair he got, he has bad hair, he can't get it. Now this little young man was about 10 or 11 years old. Just imagine what that was doing to his self-esteem.
Right.
So all praise is due to Allah. When you have knowledge of self, I was able, by the grace of Allah and by his permission, to just, I believe Allah changed that young man's life with the answer that Allah blessed me with in one day. Because when I explained to his mother, his foster mother, that the kind of hair that this young God has is the original man's hair, meaning yes, sir.
I'm going to go get some money though, so
okay.
I'll be back about 10 minutes.
All right.
All right.
Yep. So I told her that inside his hair is everybody's hair.
Right.
So any style he wants, he can get because he's a part of the original nation. Now, when I said that, that's why it's beautiful. The children always hear it. It's hard. You got to beat the adult over the head with this teaching. But he took to it so easily. You can see his confidence just growing as I was describing him in a proper way.
Right. Right.
I said he can relax his hair and get your hair. I said, but at the same time, if he wanted a mohawk, why can't he get it when we the ones that started the mohawk? I said, you remember Mr. T? I said, it would be easier for him to get the mohawk than you because you got to put spritz and everything to keep your hair up.
Right.
It ain't strong enough to stay up like that. His is.
Right.
I told her all he needed was to stop brushing his hair and give him a fist pick. Power fist.
Right.
The fist pick. And then I took that, the Holy Spirit, which I believe is very, very real. He's living inside all of us now, and we're feeding off the main body that he lives in, and that's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Because my mind was so lined up to be able to go further than just talking about his hair, and I also talked about his beautiful black skin, and I always say beautiful black skin because that represents good health. Because that particular skin does everything it needs to be done. And when we study in this wicked world, see, we got to make some noise now because there should be no dermatologist that goes to school and learns about dermatology or the skin and not use the most full skin that we have on our planet. The skin that is the most all-inclusive, the most complete skin should be on the diagram because every layer is inside that beautiful black skin.
Wow.
Instead, because they hide everything about us, you going to school for dermatology and they'll give you a diagram of white skin. And that white skin doesn't have everything it's supposed to have. It's not complete. This is not racism, it's science, it's biology.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the layers, the most important layer, the layer that keeps you from dying, the layer that keeps you from getting cancer from the ultraviolet rays, the UV rays,
Mm-hmm.
and keeping you from getting the vitamin D3,
Mm-hmm.
and getting even darker, even stronger, even healthier,
Mm-hmm.
that layer doesn't exist. To the point where they don't even have a term that I know of for that term, for that layer,
Mm-hmm.
that melanin layer.
Mm-hmm.
I do know if you cut yourself and the scab comes up, of course the scab is black, and when the scab comes off, the area that was bruised is white now, even if you're black.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes your complexion come back is what they call, this is the official medical term, melanocytes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the little brown dots that come up on your sore until that sore blends back in with your natural complexion. The black skin is doing all kind of stuff. I'm only saying, if you really want to study skin, study black skin.
Right.
Because it's and when I told the young man that, boy, when he left out of here, he was on fire. And he felt like Superman. He felt like Black Panther or something.
Right.
I told him that the eye color, brown eyes, blue eyes, any color eye, is inside our eyes. We are the original people.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is, if we get weak, if we lose our sight, if we lose our vision. My grandmother was losing her vision. She had a blue ring around her beautiful brown eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That means her brown eyes was getting weaker. What color does the weak brown eye turn? Blue.
Mm.
And after blue, you're blind. You can't see anything.
Mhm.
See, this is the year of truth. This is the day of truth. It ain't going to stop after 2019. But it's just the beginning
Wow.
of the end of lies.
Right.
So I want to end on that.
Yes, sir. Oh, man, this has been wonderful. We thank you so much, brother. Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Yeah, we'll see you on the next time.
Look forward to it, inshallah.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.